Get your questions ready, guys. I'm ready for some Q&A today. I love Q&A, so get your questions ready. What's up, guys? This is Big Drew, and this is Titan Lifestyle. Every Friday at 2 p.m. I do this. I go over therapy of the week. I talk about new events we have. I talk about crazy topics, and my favorite part, Q&A, where I answer some of you guys' questions off of my personal experience or just some of the knowledge I have. So if you guys have questions about therapies, training, nutrition, anything, shoot it at me, and I'll give you guys the best of my knowledge at that. Let's see who we got on real quick. I always want to give my shout outs when I first come on. Let's see if we can pull up the screen real here. CJC's Therapy of the Week by, just to let you guys know, I'll get into that a little bit later, but let's give these shout outs. We got Build123, Robert Phillips, New Kid Paulus on here, Nathaniel Mills, Caesar is on here. Let me see, Caesar Cruz, Strength Addicts. Who else is that? Cisco Lifts, Zahir. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. Strength Addicts says, "What's up, Big Drew? What's up?" YG Lee's in there too. Hey, YG Lee, what's the countdown looking like? I know he's getting ready to be a Titan soon. He's been tuning in every week. If you guys don't know, give YG Lee a look on the page, because every week he's on here. He's asking good questions. He's very knowledgeable for his age, and he's not even officially with Titan yet. So the countdown is going in hand. So we'll see him soon. And again, YG Lee, what products are you going to be getting with Titan? That's what 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks till he's a Titan. I know he's been waiting for months now, so it is what it is. Strength Addicts is giving £1 to Caesar. We got K Asadi 6969 just joined. But yes, guys, this is Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Drew. I do this every week. I go over topics with you guys. I talk about events and therapy of the week. Here we go. One of our questions. Cisco Lifts 96 says, "Here, got my first consultation today. I hope to join Titan Group." Great. I love it. It's Titan Medical Center. There is actually another Titan group out there. So just make sure you guys, if you're looking up Titan, make sure it's Titan Medical Center, not Titan Medical Group, not Titan Medical, anything like that. But yeah, Cisco, very, very excited. You're going to love it. You're going to have hands-on experience. The medical provider is going to go over everything with you. Once you get that blood work down, it's like our blueprint. We can tell what's going on with your body, and we'll make recommendations based off of your blood work and see if you have anything we need to add or anything you need to do in terms of your diet to help make sure you guys are optimal. Here at Titan Metal, it's always about being optimal, guys. So it's not just about being big and muscular or losing fat. Even if you don't work out at all, even if you just, never want to step foot in the gym and do any type of physical exercise, it's very important that you're healthy and keep your body right. So you want to get your blood work done, see what's going on in there. Don't just rely on, Dr. Google and Google everything for your symptoms, because you don't want to misdiagnose things. So once again, get your blood work. If you guys need blood work done, we service nationwide. 727-389-3220. Just call the line. One of our medical providers will actually assist you and get you to a place that you can get your blood drawn closest to you if you can't come into the office. Once the blood work comes back to us, the medical provider will then call you via Skype or FaceTime and go over everything with your blood work with you and just let you know where you stand and what you need. So it's a real simple process. You can do it over your phone, and you can also text the line as well. So if you guys don't want to call, if you're like me, sometimes you don't feel like talking, you just want to text, you can text, and all of our people will get back to you very, very promptly too. You don't have to wait days and days for a text back.
This guy right here, Lawrence, is Titan family. He's been around for a while.
Lawrence. Oh, yeah, Lawrence. I haven't seen him in a while. Last time I saw him was at Water, I think.
No, we were at the...
Water.
No, the last one over here at the last concert.
The Cuban Club? Cuban Club, yeah.
He looks younger and better every time I see him.
Yeah. If you guys want... I need to know what his diet's looking like, because this man is like... He has like a Fabio vibe.
He's like a built...
I'm jealous of the hair. I haven't got any hair anymore. He's got some long hair and everything like that. But yeah, shout out to him. Haven't seen him in a while. Mike Tag 25 is saying, can you mix CJC and BPC 157 in one injection? You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. You could do both of those at the same time in one injection, but then again, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know. I just like to make sure I'm getting everything out of everything, and I don't like to mix too many things like that. One thing, injections that you can mix, or I have mixed, I mean, I'm not saying you can't mix these, I just wouldn't. Injections that I've mixed before would be Titan Complete and Hercules Potion. If you guys like Hercules Potion, you're injecting it before you work out to give yourself a pump. If you want a little bit more volume in the muscle, put the Titan Complete in the same syringe, same injection as the Hercules Potion. That way you're going to get a little bit more volume into that muscle. You'll feel a little bit better of a pump too. So you can mix Hercules and you can mix Titan Complete. You can mix any of our amino blends together, whether it's Titan. You can mix those together. You can mix Nectar of the Gods. But in terms of the BPC and CJC, I wouldn't mix those together. But then again, you could. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it because what you're using it for is different too. So I just wouldn't recommend mixing them together. Keep the questions coming. Yeah. What's the next Tampa event? Next Tampa event, I'm going to get into that a little bit. I'll let you guys stay tuned in so you can find out. If I let you guys know the events now, you might take off. So you guys can stick around. I got plenty of events coming up. I'll give you an idea when the next event is. It's actually the Tampa Pro, August 3rd through the 5th. So that's the one event I'll give you guys. But we have other ones coming up. So August 5th. And if you tune in longer, you'll see what else is going on. We got some good ones coming up too. And we had an event just added too. So that's always good. Maniac Marek says, do your fat burners have side effects when you come off them? No, they don't. The only side effect you may have when you come off of it is mentally. And what I mean by that is if you're not sticking with the things that you lost the weight. In other words, if you get one of our fat burners, you're like, okay, I want to lose some fat, I want to lose some weight. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to start making sure I get my rest, make sure I get my water, watch my stress level. If you're doing everything the right way and taking our fat burners, it's going to work great for you. Once you stop the fat burners, that fat's going to be off of you. But now it's your job to maintain that healthy lifestyle that you did when you first started. So this isn't like a jump start where you could just, take fat burners, get the fat off, and then just go back to eating like crap and not taking the fat burners. You want to make sure you're doing all the right things you can do. So mentally, yeah, as long as your mind's in it, the fat burners, you could take them. But then again, certain fat burners that we have, like ECA, you could take that year round. So it's not even something that you have to come off. I've been taking ECA since I started with Titan, years and years now. So I may be certain days where I don't take it, or every once in a while I'll take two, one in the morning, one at night if I have a long day. But I really don't see a point in, depending on what the fat burner is. Now, if you're talking about semi-glutide, which we call here Aries, but the active ingredient is actually semi-glutide. If you're talking about that, one of the side effects if you stop is that mechanism is not going to be it's not going to be the same. In other words, when you take semi-glutide, what it does is it slows your absorption, it slows the digestion of your food down. So what happens is you eat a smaller meal and you're full longer, so you don't get as hungry. So if you were to stop that, you may get hungry again because you're stopping the product. But as long as you continue to eat the way you're normally eating, you don't overeat because you're not taking the fat burner anymore, then you should be good to go. Welcome everyone join the chat. Strength Addicts is on there. King Royce, what's better, CJC or Ipamorelin? Main differences. I would say CJC. I'm not really a fan of Ipamorelin. I know CJC is great for skin elasticity. It's good for a lot of things. It can increase your IGF levels. Yes, inflammation. Obviously, a lot of people use it for inflammation. So I can't answer that. I'm not going to give you the wrong answer, but I do know CJC is what I've used, and I know that's what we have here at Titan. So I mean, that's what I would recommend. Paul Lyons on here. What is best to take? Tiger fan is asking what is best to take for joint pain. Well, once again, our therapy of the week is CJC with Ipamorelin. Now that's going to help your joints, it's going to help your skin, it's going to help your IGF levels, it's going to give you increased energy, not pre-workout type of energy, but just overall sense of well-being. So for joint pain, I would recommend, I would say BPC 157, CJC 195, and also TB 500. Any of those three is good for joint pains. If you're looking for two to take together, I would probably say BPC 157 and TB 500. Those work well together. Someone before was asking about mixing them in the same syringe and all that. Now, you don't have to do that, but if you're looking for like the joint pain Titan stack, I would definitely say TB 500 and BPC 157. If I get a degree in kinesiology, can I work at Titan Medical Center? A little bit more than a degree to work here at Titan Medical Center. But yeah, I mean, if you're in school right now, congrats on that. I hope you get your degree. I mean, that's a good degree to have. That's a real good degree to have. So, only thing you can do is once you get the degree, give us a shout. We'll see where we're at. So you never know. YG Lee said, I'll be getting enclomiphene, NAD, and the injection medicine for sleep. Great, that's good stuff. Enclomiphene is what I'm taking right now. NAD is great for mental focus. It's almost like, if you guys have seen that movie Limitless, it's kind of like gives you, it just, I don't know, it enhances everything almost. When I take NAD, I'm almost intrigued by anything I see. It could be like a tree or something. I just have a good feeling on it. Now, I'm wondering what you're taking, your injection medicine for sleep. Now, we have a couple different things here at Titan. We have D-Sip, we have Serenity. So which one are you getting for your sleep? And again, if I could help you with your sleep, YG, what's happening with your sleep? Like, what's the biggest issue with you not being able to fall asleep? Is it your work schedule? You got kids in the house? Is it you drinking too much caffeine late at night? Like, what is it about your sleep? Shout out to Holden Outlaw, just came on too.
There he is.
Daniel's on here. Cassie Rel's on here. Let me see who else. Samantha Wells. Big Rod. Shout out to Big Rod on here. DJ just joined. The SB joined. Ervil. Excuse the names, guys. I'm trying to deal with these names. KKK Kim. KKKM97 just joined. GOF. Thank you, sir, for the info. Anytime. You guys need questions answered. Tune in every week. I answer all the questions I have. So as long as the questions keep coming up on the screen, I'll keep answering them. Everyone's to sign up for Titan newsletter. Yes, that's true. Strength Guys just made a good point. If you guys sign up for Titan newsletter, you can get all the info. So if you guys are wondering what the events are, what the therapy of the week is, and all that stuff, just sign up for our newsletter, and you're going to be notified. I believe it's every week or every month. You're going to be notified of everything that's going on.
Do you remember what's it called to send the? It was like text the word Titan or something like that?
Yeah, if you guys text, I believe it's 2228. I'm not sure. If you guys go on to my Facebook or my Instagram, I put the link in there. Yeah, you could text a certain code. I believe it's 22888. I'm not sure what that is. I'll get it before the show's over. But as soon as you text that, you'll automatically get set up to receive things. So it's like an automated thing.
So to get on the Titan newsletter, let's text Titan Medical to 22828.
So if you text to this number 727-389-3220. If you text that number with, what is it again, Art?
No, here, I'm gonna put it up right here. Ooh, yeah, right here.
Here it is. To get on the Titan Medical newsletter list, all you have to do is text to Titan Medical's line, which is 727.
No, you just text Titan Medical to the number 228.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so text Titan Medical, not Titan Medical Center. Titan Medical, all one word, to 2. Oh, the screen went away. So text Titan Medical, all one word, to 22828. 22828. So if you guys text that, you'll be informed of everything. What's going on with Titan, new events, new therapies, specials, big specials. We have a lot of holiday specials. We have, if it's a holiday coming up, chances are we have a special. So that's when you want to be tuning in and making sure you're getting all the right stuff.
Very cool. All right, who's on the Serenity?
Serenity, yeah, Serenity is good. I took Serenity a while back. It helped a lot. I would take mine. I think I took it like 20 minutes before I went, laid down or whatever. So yeah, Serenity is good. One thing with Serenity, just make sure it's hitting the muscle, and just make sure Serenity is not something that you want to inject, in your bicep or tricep like Hercules potion. Make sure it's getting into the muscle. It's not a pump product. It's not made to, make your muscles big or anything like that. So as long as it's hitting the muscle deep into the muscle, it's going to work effectively. Therapy of the week. We've been talking about it already. CJC 1295, straight from the pharmacy. This one is the one with Ipamorelin in it. This stuff is great, guys. It's going to increase your physical performance. It's going to enhance calcium retention, improves density, immune function, skin elasticity, helps with sunburns. If you guys are in the sun a lot, it actually helps with that too. So this stuff is the real deal. Again, it's prescribed from a doctor. So if you guys hear that you can get it online, I found this place online, I can get it cheaper, I don't need a prescription. Yeah, and they can send you whatever they want to send you and not get in trouble for it. So be careful where you get your stuff from, guys. Everything we have here at Titan's coming from a U.S. licensed pharmacy. So there's no question of if it's real. There's no question of the potency. A lot of these places you order from Research Peptides and places like that, Research, It says for research purposes only. That's just their way of saying if you die, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not going to get in trouble. So CJC is a great way to go. It's therapy of the week, and again, it comes in when you guys get your CJC, it's going to come in 2 forms, 2 bottles. One bottle is going to be the water, which is bacteriostatic water. That water is just sterile that you can inject. It's what they use in pharmacies to mix compounds. So you have 1 bottle of the water, and you'll have 1 bottle with just powder in it. It's going to give you instructions on your bottle how to constitute it. And what I mean by constitute it is you take a little bit of water take a little bit of the back water out, you put it in the bottle that has the powder, you let it dissolve on its own. You don't shake it up. That's going to ruin it. You let it dissolve on its own, and once it's done, you store it in the fridge. So pretty simple process. When you guys get it, you're going to be like, what is this? But again, it'll give you the exact directions on the bottle, like whether you take 1 or 2 mLs out, put it in there. And the main thing is don't shake these. This is not made to be shaken up like a drink or a protein shake or some powder mix. You don't shake it. As soon as they see all the crystals and all the white powdery dissolve where it's a clear liquid, it's ready to go. You don't need to shake. You don't need to move it around. It's ready to go. So just make sure everything is dissolved before you do an injection too, because you want to make sure it's completely constituted. You want to make sure it's completely dissolved and ready to go. If you do it too early, there might be clumpage, there might be little particles in there you can't measure that. So make sure it's mixed the proper way. Make sure you leave it long enough so it's completely clear. It should be the color of water when you're done before you do your injection.
Let's go to you want to see me? I don't think we have any
Got any more questions up?
No. Hold on, all of a sudden you answered me. I tuned in late. No worries. Alright, so let's go to the first topic.
Yeah, let's get in one of these first topics. U.S. teen birth rates hit new record low last year. Yeah, I see it because I don't really hear, not even so much just with teens, I don't really hear too many people having babies. I don't see too many pregnant women. I mean, I do see some here and there, but not like before. I think part of the reason is because fertility is down because of whatever type of drugs we're taking, whatever type of food we're taking, what they're putting into the food. Men's testosterone is not even nearly as high as it used to be. So obviously if there's a decline in testosterone, there's going to be a decline in birth rates as well. So I mean, this goes with everything. It's good that teens aren't getting pregnant because, a lot of teens, they're not prepared to have a baby financially, mentally, or anything like that. So it's good that it's down, but why is it down? I think part of the reason too is because of the whole boom in social media, because they said 2006, 2007, it increased a little bit and then all of a sudden it dropped off. Nowadays, it just seems like whether you're male or female, babies and kids, I don't really see too many people talking about wanting to have kids anymore. I don't see people talking about they want to be married anymore. It's kind of everyone does stuff on their own way, and they got plenty of attention off of social media. So there's a whole bunch of reasons why the birth rates are down. It's kind of a good thing because you don't want to have a whole bunch of teen pregnancies because, it'll be a whole other issue. But yeah, it says there were 13.5 births per 1,000 15 and 19-year-old females, down 3% from the previous year. And what the crazy thing is there was, like I said, there was an increase in 2006, 2007. After that, it's been a steady decline since 91, and then in 2006, 2007, it went up a little bit, and then after that, it drastically dropped. It plummeted 61% since 2007, and 71% since 1991. So you can imagine since 1991, almost 80% down. So I mean, that's a lot less people having kids, a lot less people getting married, and then we're talking about young people too here. So. It says overall females 15 and 19 gave birth to 143,422 babies in 2022, down 2% from a year earlier. So yeah, people are still having babies, just not so many. And I think it has to do with the food and the push where people don't need marriage. They don't need family. They don't need anything anymore. It's just all about your own self. So I think it's going to continue to go down. I'm not sure what's going to happen in other ways, but I've never heard of it going down. I didn't know it was going down that much. A little bit. I'm like, yeah, I don't see too many people talking about, babies and this and that anymore. So I know it's down a little bit. I didn't know it was down that much. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the next 10 or 20 years from now. I mean, is it going to be 90%? I mean, if it went from 67% to 78% in like 20 years, is it going to go up? Is it going to be 100%? Is it going to be nobody having kids? So It's crazy. Not a lot of people having babies. Not a lot of kids. Not a lot of older people.
Well, here's another reason too.
Yeah.
More effective contraception. That makes sense. The morning after pill, all that stuff.
Yeah, Art made a good point. He says, the effective contraception, like contraceptives, people have various forms of birth control. Back in, I'm not a woman. I've never taken birth control, but I remember being younger, and some of the girls in high school would take it. I'm sure there's 50 million other new kinds now. Just like there's Plan B, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So, and there's a lot more knowledge too. Back in 1991, there weren't people staring at their phones all day, getting endless amounts of information, being able to just ask it whatever. They were just kind of on the fly. In 91, those kids may have gone to like a Planned Parenthood or a baby visit or something. Whatever they tell them, they think that's how it is. Where now kids can research, like Art said, better ways to prevent it from happening. And then if it does happen, there's ways that people can Plan B and all that stuff too. So it's just crazy. I think once the male birth control is 100% in effect, there's trials going on with it right now. Once that's in effect, I think it's going to go down even more, Yeah.
We got some comments, Drew?
Some comments on here. We don't want to get locked into the system. Setium Rayaput, shout out to him. Moya Taya, shout out to him. Hello, I am on TRT and my hemoglobin is at 54%. What is the best way to lower? I've taken the initiative to lower 200 milligrams a week to 100 milligrams. Wondering what's your opinion. Now, Javier, are you prescribed the 200 milligrams? I'm assuming the 200 milligrams is testosterone, whether it be cypionate, enanthate, or propionate. I'm seeing that you said that you took the initiative to lower it from 200 to 100. Is that something your medical provider or your doctor told you to do, or is that something you did on your own? The best way to lower your hemoglobin, pound the water, lower the sodium, look at other stuff that's going on in your diet. Anything that's going to raise your blood pressure and make your blood thick, your hemoglobin is going to go up. So again, pound the water. Main thing, two things you could do like right away would be lower your salt. If not, try to take it out completely just for a little bit, and pound the water as much as you can. That's going to thin out your blood a little bit, get your blood pressure lower, but should bring your hemoglobin down. But once again, guys, don't lower your testosterone doses if you're taking it from a medical provider without asking them first. Let them know why you're lowering it, and then if they obviously if they agree and they say yes, do it. But if you're prescribed something, I would never increase the dosage or take less of the doses without consulting your medical provider first. When you and the boys gonna come run and hey, listen, I was about to read a unacceptable comment right now, but I wasn't even paying attention. I get going on the fly. You know me, guys. I just freestyle. I was about to read something. Not even a good thing I stopped myself. Actually, hemo 17.9 hemocrat. Yeah, that's a little high. You want to get that down. So start pounding the water. Look at the food you're eating with your You could cut out some red meat. You could I did on my own. I meet with a doctor next week. Yeah, it's good. Once you meet with a doctor, get your blood work done and you'll feel a lot better. Not physically, but you'll feel a lot better mentally, just to know what's going on with your body. I did the same thing for years. I would just research on my own or whatever symptoms I had, or try to treat it myself. Now, if I get a headache, hey, I just got a headache. My blood pressure is good. I know I'm good. Where before I would be paranoid and try to self-diagnose, which I talk about every week. You don't want to self-diagnose yourself or try to treat symptoms that you think you have that you may not have, and blah, blah, blah. So, shout out to Joe Gallagher, Earl's Girls Bodybuilding, 1397, A Wild 199, Marova Rodriguez.
All right, you want to hit the new, what's the last one?
Yeah. Yes, I know I've been getting like a million messages on this. Real quick, just to let people know that aren't into bodybuilding. Okay, bodybuilding, the guys that go on stage, they flex their muscles for the crowd and they get judged. It isn't just big guys with muscles or big girls with muscles. It's different categories. So for females, they have bikini, which is like, soft, kind of like the girls that work at Hooters, Beach, a little bit more in shape, more attainable. Then they have figure, a little bit more muscle. Physique for women, a little bit more muscle. And then women's bodybuilding, which they're like my size. They're really, really big. So on the men's side, they have men's physique. That's kind of like, kind of like a model, athletic builds. They wear bathing suits. They wear board shorts. They're not judging their legs. They just kind of stand in models. Then they have classic physique. Those guys are a little bit bigger. And then they have bodybuilders, which is the biggest guys. So I just give you guys a rundown of the different categories. Now, with the men's physique division, those are the guys that wear the board shorts. They never had a weight limit. So you guys got to understand, these guys are getting shredded. They're dieting down for anywhere from 10, 20, sometimes more weeks to get ready for a show. So there's never been a weight limit on it. So it's just a matter of, are you going to be in shape? The crazy thing is with this is men's physique is the smallest guys, but they don't have a weight limit. And then you have the biggest guys, they do have a weight limit. So what happens is I'm seeing a lot of physique guys that are huge because there's no weight cutoff. I was even speaking to someone who's a top pro a few weeks back about me even doing a physique show just because there's no weight limit. If I did classic physique, I'm too big. I'm too heavy. So why not just throw on some board shorts, lean down, and do a physique show? Now I wouldn't be able to do that. So it's almost like they heard me. No. So pretty much now they're going to have a weight limit. They're going to have a height and weight limit. So now there's a height and weight limit for everything. For men's physique, board shorts, classic physique, a little bit bigger, and bodybuilding, biggest guys. There's a weight limit for all of it. So now these guys are going to have to worry about, they're going to have to watch everything, because I never realized this, but physique guys, I'm not going to say they have it easy, but they have a lot less stress not having to worry about making weight. They can just look at the way their body looks. So I don't know if this is going to level the playing field. The classic, which is the next step up, I believe right now those guys, just to give you guys an idea, C-Bum, Chris Bumstead, Mr. Olympia, classic physique, one of the most popular bodybuilders in the world, has one of the best physiques in the world. He goes on stage at 225 pounds. Now, a lot of times people see him, they think he's, 280 or something, but it's an illusion. So if Mr. Olympia classic physique goes on stage at 225, I'm assuming physique, which is the lighter guys, the smaller guys, is going to be 205, 210. So that's going to be hard for a lot of these guys to get to that weight. I know Aaron Banks, he won Mr. Olympia in the physique division. I believe he was like 225, or even 230. So I'm interested to see what the weight limit's going to be. Pretty much now for every bodybuilding, everything you do, there's weight. I'm interested to see if they're going to add weight limits to women's bodybuilding. Men's bodybuilding, there is a weight limit, 225 and a quarter and up, I believe, is considered open. There's 212, which guys have to, the highest they can weigh is 212. So for women, I don't believe there's a weight limit for women's bodybuilding. I don't believe there's a weight limit, so they should put a weight limit in everything. If they're going to do this, they need to put a weight limit in every category, make it even playing field, and who knows, maybe they'll have another category too with this new increased weight limit, because who knows what's going to happen. I want them to increase the weight. I'm hoping when they do this, they increase the weights all around, so that way the physique guys can be a little bit bigger, or they don't have to worry about their weight. But we'll just see where it pans out. Tyler Mannion's the vice president of the IFBB. He made an announcement this week that they're going to be changing. They're going to be having weight limits. And he said after the Olympia, which will be at 2, after the Olympia, they're going to actually announce the actual how much they could weigh and how tall they have to be and how much they could, all that stuff. So details are coming out after the Olympia, which is a good look for them, because they don't want to bring it out now and have everybody all paranoid in the Olympia. So shout out to Tyler for waiting and letting that happen after the Olympia. But we'll see. We'll see if it's going to be heavy than we thought. We'll see if it's going to be lighter than we thought. And we'll see which guys in physique are now going to have to change classes. If you're Mr. Olympia in physique and you weigh 2 whatever, and that's 20 pounds heavy, now, okay, should I go up and do classic physique now because I can't make weight? So there's a couple guys, they seems like they could go to classic, but other guys, they have a small lower body. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited about this. And again, it's going to happen after the Olympia. They're going to make the announcement on it. Speaking of the Olympia, speaking of these Titan events, let's talk about some events. Let me just make sure we don't have any questions up real quick before I get into these events.
About, stem cells, though. It's a little thing.
Stem cells. What's your thoughts on stem cell therapy? Can it cause tumors? I've read Ronnie Coleman just got it done. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman did get stem cell. He loves it. One thing about stem cells, don't get it done in this country. That's the only thing I've heard. Is it's better to go to another country and get it done. That's just what I've heard from medical people, from regular people. That's just what I've heard. I'm not sure if it can cause tumors, but I know everybody I know that's done it loves it. Like, they love it. It's helping a lot. So I'm not sure if it can cause tumors. I don't want to answer that wrong question. I'll never answer it unless I know. So, but yeah, Ronnie Coleman gets it done. A lot of other people. I know Big Ramy got it done. Some other people are getting it done too, but they're doing stem cell. A lot of people are spinning your blood too, where they go in, they spin it, and then it actually rejuvenates everything. It's kind of like, it's great for joint parably. How long does it take to give someone mental clarity? What are you asking for?
NAD.
For the NAD, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You'll feel it right away. You'll feel something coming over your body. It's hard to explain, but yeah, you'll feel.
Try the IV. Oof.
Yeah. I've gotten NAD and an IV before. I've done it here at the office when I had one of the medical providers give me an IV. That was insane, but I love it. Shout out to Big Red, just joined too. Shout out to Choke 582. Shout out to Devontae. Shout out to Dongo Taylor. We got a lot of new people on here, so always want to give a shout out. But yes, Tampa, we got some events coming up. Tampa Pro, Tim Gardner, one of the best promoters in the game. Tampa Pro every year. It's going to be August 3rd through the 5th. It's at the Grand Hyatt Bayport. So if you guys are coming in town and you Google Grand Hyatt, make sure it's the Bayport, because you guys know there's Hyatts everywhere. It's right near the airport too, so if you're flying in, it's less than 10 minutes from the airport. It's on that same side of town. It's August 3rd through the 5th. Titan is the official sponsor, the title sponsor this year. So it's not just the booth that we have there. We're going to be all across the stage, all over the place. We are the #1 title sponsor of Tampa Pro, and we're also going to be giving out free B12 shots and free amino shots. So come by the booth, sign on a quick waiver, or if you're already a patient of ours, we can look you up that way too. And it's free. It's 100% free. You could try some of our amino blends. If you've never done injections before, you could have one of our medical providers show you how to do it. I'm not going to be doing the injections. The Titanettes aren't going to be doing injections. John's not going to be doing injections. The medical providers, the nurses, the doctors, they will be there specifically to give you guys the injections. So don't ask me if I could do it. No. The nurses, that the professionals do it there too. So that's August 3rd to the 5th, Tampa Pro. It's a national qualifier if you guys are looking to get your pro card in amateur, or if you're looking to see how you match up against the pros, you can do that show too. One thing that's good about these shows that are amateur and pro shows, which I've said in the past, is you can go backstage and be pumping up right next to like someone who's a pro, where you might be able to compete against them in a couple of years. So it's good to look at pictures, but to actually physically be back there, get insight, see how they do their, pre-stage routine, just see what they look like. It's very motivating. You might be the biggest guy or the most shredded girl with the best glutes in your gym, but when you go to these shows, you're humbled. So just be prepared. Everyone's going to be in shape, and I love it because everyone's doing my thing. Bodybuilding's a small community, so when I go to these shows, it's good to be around like-minded individuals, to say the least. St. Pete Fashion Week. I'm gonna be ready. Rip the runway. I'm not sure what I'll be wearing this time. Someone asked me the other day, "What are you wearing?" I'm not sure if it's gonna be a tank top, V-neck, formal. I'm not sure, but at the St. Pete Fashion Week, that's September 15th and 16th. It's always a good show. Music. Ripping the runway. The girls will be with dresses and Titan gear. I'll be wearing some of the Titan gear. We may have a couple other male models modeling some stuff. So it's music, food. It's always a good time. And again, that's September 15th and 16th. If you guys want tickets, you can just go to the Lux Fashion Group website. You can get tickets right from there, and you can see all the events and stuff like that too. After that, the Hurricane Pro, another Tim Gardner show. A lot of people get Hurricane Pro and Tampa Pro confused because they're both Tim Gardner shows. They're both, in Tampa and this and that. So, but Hurricane Pro is a completely different show. That's going to be October 21st. Again, it's a Tim Gardner show, so it's going to be run great. And I believe we're not really sure exactly where that's going to be yet. It's going to be in St. Pete, but the location is to be determined. It should be at the Coliseum. If you guys know the Coliseum, Coliseum in St. Pete is normally where they have their shows. It's like an older building. I think they filmed that movie Cocoon there. I love the building. It has like the concave roof. It's a real good setup for a show. And the parking's good too. So it's at the Coliseum. And again, that's October 21st. After that, the Olympia. My favorite time of year. the Olympia weekend in Orlando. It's back in Orlando this year, which is good. It's been planned in Orlando, which is good, because last time it was last minute. So the booth will be big. The expo will be big. We'll be in the house giving out T-shirts and doing our whole thing. Top bodybuilders, male and female from all over the world will be there. So if you if you guys are watching Instagram and YouTube, you can see all those people. You can come check them out at the convention center. It's at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, and again, that's 11/2 through 11/5. So that same day on 11/5, we're going to be in Orlando. So we're going to shoot on over to the Ritz-carlton for the Festivals of Speed. So that's at the Ritz-carlton, great hotel, Festivals of Speed. You'll see like hundreds of Lambos and Ferraris and high-end cars and Hellcats and everything. The new Z06 and the Titan fleet's going to be out there. That just got wrapped, so that's going to be out there too. So it's a great show. It's a family event. Bring the kids by. We'll crank up the cars and let you guys hear them. The Hellcat, the Z06, just so you guys can hear that. You guys love hearing the engine, so that's going to be another one. Festivals of Speed, Ritz-carlton. We got another car show that same month, 2 weeks after that, on 11/18, Cars and Couture. Now that location is to be determined. Again, similar to the Ritz, same type of setup. Just an outdoor event with a lot of cars, a lot of vendors. You know, it's a lot of fun. You got music. You can walk around, talk to people about their cars. How much is your car worth? How fast does it go? How much did you put into it? Yeah, they crank it up. And at these car shows too, they have awards. So you'll see like best in show or, you know, most elite, or I'm not sure what the categories are, but you'll see these cars with trophies. They'll be handing out awards at the end of the day. So it's a really good time. Cars and Couture, and again, that's Saturday, November 18th, and I'll give you guys a location as soon as I know. For right now, it's to be determined, but the date is actually November 18th.
That's it for now.
That's pretty much it for now. Let me just check back on real quick and make sure that nobody is has any questions. I hate when I miss questions. Big Rami.
That's it. No more questions.
Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah. Let me see. I see we have one up there. Let me see. If we scroll up a little bit. Okay, mental clarity. Yeah, that's right. All right, YG Lee, I just saw you on there again. 2 more weeks. You're going to be ready to go. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. It was a shorter day. But again, if you guys are interested and want to find out when these events are, just go to Titan's website and you can look up the events. Also call 727-389-3220. We service all nationwide except for Idaho. So we service all over the U.S. If you guys want to look better, feel better, perform better, even if you feel like everything's perfect now, you could always do better. So give us a call. We'll hook you up, get your blood work done, and find out what's going on with your life. Okay, now, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's it. The party's over. You'll see me next week, 2 p.m. next Friday, Titan Lifestyle. John should be back. If not, I'll hold it down. Make sure you guys hit the bell on YouTube so you're notified of videos like this. You can check me out on Facebook. You can check me out on TikTok and also Instagram. I'm Big Drew. I'll see you guys.